参った。泣けか。
ありえねえ、食事と会話の真最中に。しかも続きを噛み始めたぞ。
Hello everyone and welcome to another video. Hope you guys have been enjoying the Croc content. I've definitely been enjoying creating it. And I've been on a pretty good streak, I feel like, with the deck. So I'm hoping to continue that. I think I'm approaching a billion berries on Rank Sim. So we'll see if we can hit that. That's probably a little bit, a little bit of a reach for this video, but we'll see. I'll make sure to check in at the end of the video and tell you where we end up on our rankings. And just a reminder, this is all preparing for the regional we have coming up in March. Really enjoying this deck, and I think it's got a lot of strength here. This is the list that I'm running here. No changes from last week. Been really kind of jiving with this. Still a little shaky on the 4 copies of Patchwork, but it hasn't been biting me too bad recently, so I'm kind of okay with having the 4 right now. If I get on a streak where it breaks up my hand too much, I will go down to 3 and probably go up to a 4th double finger, because this seems to be a very key card in a lot of matchups. But yeah, that's the deck intro. Let's go ahead and hop into some games. Alright, kicking off, we have a red-green Luffy. I did see just today that this leader had made it into the top 4 at Nats, so I'm interested to see what they end up playing. I am going to take second, I think, from them, and this does look like a pretty great hand here with the Bon Clay and the Makita, so I'm going to keep here, and let's see where we end up. Starting off with an Nami Citra is really great for them. They have a lot of flexibility there. Let's grab you. I think I'm going to go ahead and grab the Miss All Sunday. I think that'll be an important card for us to grab eventually, so I'm gonna go ahead and take it. 3 Dawn, I'm not sure what they want to do here. Maybe just defend, or Garp. Okay, another search here. I'm grabbing a Sanji. They just have the 1 up, but they don't really have anything for us to swing at. Here, I think I'm going to do the 2 1Ks here, just to get the double finger into the yard. It'll be a good card to have there. Dazbones, potentially pretty useful next turn, but we don't need it this turn. We're just gonna go 5 here. Expect them to use it. They don't really have a reason not to. And we'll do Bon Clay, mill 2 cards, and bring back a Zala here. This is a good threading body. It will constantly put pressure on their stuff here. I think we're probably going to see that Sanji that they searched previous turn. Yeah, here's the Sanji. A 6K here we will take. Yeah, that's fine. Is it correct to use the Miss Valentine and a Dazbones next turn and get 3 swings at, or 2 swings at the Sanji here? Let's go the first one here. This should get a card, or one of these. Rested. Yeah, they do give us that. And then we have 2 7Ks, which I think is probably enough to justify this. We're gonna minus here. Yeah, let's keep milling cards here, and then we're gonna play out you, rest. Let's go with the 7 first. It may have been better to go 7. Yeah, 7/7. This should use up that other one. Yep, and then we'll pass back to our opponent here. This Luffy's not going to be too big of a deal. This is going to be a lot of pressure. A 6K here. We will give a 2K. And then 7. And we'll give another 2K here. Unfortunately, we don't have the Croc yet, which would be really important for here. Let's see what we've got going here. Doesn't look like we were lucky enough to hit a Miss Wednesday, so I guess we're gonna have to go looking for them. Play Miss All Sunday. Here, do I want to play out the blocker? I probably do, so I'm going to do blocker Valentine here. We whiff the search. Well, we don't whiff the search, but we don't hit what we were looking for. So we'll just grab you. Let's go a 5 at leader. Okay, let's go a 7 at leader here. They eventually will take here. I don't think it makes sense to go 6 at lead here because it's free for them. Let's instead go ahead and rest this Sanji. We have 2 patchworks, so we're not going to be able to take advantage of necessarily all of them. So we'll have to go ahead and do that. Opponent here, we have only the one guy at risk. Not sure what our opponent will play here. Okay, they're going to rest my guys here. It's a pretty aggressive stance here. Round table, yeah, that's fine. Unfortunately, that is just the way it works. Lucky for us though, Miss All Sunday is not the most important card here. I think I am supposed to take here just in case I can counter out of this 7. Guess I'm taking this one as well, and then the 7 we can counter out of. And we give you a 2 and a 1. We'd really like to find Crocodile. If we don't find it, we're kind of in a weird spot here. Valentine does help a good amount here. Let's go at Usopp here. We do want to try to take away their guys. Charleston. Okay, so they didn't use it. They're really low on cards here. I think I might be able to exert some pretty effective pressure here. Grabbing ooh, this is a little awkward because we don't have room on our board. We're gonna grab Bentham and Miss Wednesday over the double finger here. I don't think it matters a whole lot. We're gonna go here, mill 2 cards, bring back another Mr. 1, and then we're going to use this Wednesday on here, down to a 4K. So let's go a 6. This should get out a couple cards here. Or 2 of their Dawn. And then we've got 2 more 6s that we can do, and we can just freeze it at the end if we need to. And we're definitely scraping the bottom of the barrel though, when it comes to cards in hand. But once we get our opponent out of cards, it should be way easier to work around. And they gave me a 2K. It's correct here to send just 2 more. And then it has to, oh, they let it go. I think we go a 7 at Usopp here. And they use 2, and then we are going to pass. If we see Ground Death in life, that's why we're holding this up at this point. Oh, another Usopp. Okay, they're gonna have a lot to do here. Nami. Okay, this is gonna be a lot of swings. 5 isn't easy. Counter though. Oh, and interestingly, if they don't, actually going to counter here. 8. We're gonna let that go. And they're gonna be exactly at 5, unfortunately. Too bad we couldn't get them one higher here. Ooh, crocodile's exactly what we needed. We can go 5 here. They let it go. 6 at face. 8 at face. I imagine they might want to use their Dawn here, yeah. And then we go freeze you. We will not mill 2 cards. Trash, you can't attack. And then pass the turn here. Another Sanji. It's a bit unfortunate here. We're gonna get a big swing from our leader here. Or maybe also the Garp here. 8. This is pretty easy to block, and we'll grab one of our... We don't have any Crocs, so let's grab just a 2K, I think. Alright, they're up at 5 now. Here... Don't think we have lethal because they have the blocker and the 5 Dawn up. But we will make them use their cards here. I think it's probably correct to just go blank swings here. This will get 2 more out of them, and then this last one will definitely get a card. If they want to give me the remaining 3, that's fine. They're gonna go to 0. We're gonna do this minus on you. Don't mill. We're gonna trash because we want to use this Valentine to. Okay, there's a blocker. Let's see if we can't find. Yeah, here's another Croc. And we can do Croc you, drawing a card, and pass the turn there. Took us a while to find new Crocs, but now that they're coming in, we are in a pretty solid spot here. They have 1, 2, 3, 4 blockers technically, but I don't think they'll be able to get through this many cards with them. And at this point, they are low on cards and can only withstand so many swings with these crocodiles. So we'll see how this shapes out. Opponent's in the tank here, which makes sense. This is kind of a getting to the end here where it's going to be hard for them to make heads or tails of the right play. Definitely in the weeds math. With the 1 2K, I think that's probably enough. Just gut feeling on this. I haven't done the math myself. As they say, math is for blockers, but in this game, I think it goes the opposite. That's a saying in Magic is math is for blockers, but I really think that math is for attackers in One Piece. Let's see how they play it. We're about even in time. I've spent a good amount of time thinking on my turns, so they have time to think through this. I want to make sure they get the right plays. Having this one Dawn up also, even though we don't have a ground death right now, it does really psych out opponents. They'll oftentimes use their Dawn to rest your guys, and I think oftentimes that extra 1 Dawn doesn't make a huge difference one way or the other. So just being able to hold it up is a pretty nice kind of rule of thumb with these crocodiles. You have 1 up for event, 8 for crocodile, and then 1 to do something else with. On our previous turn, we got the Miss Valentine value out of it. am curious what the list from the top 4 in Nats for this Luffy deck looked like. This isn't one that I've played against a whole lot. It's definitely a troublesome one to play against a lot of times because a lot of your attacks don't seem to make a purchase. But I have found that just kind of forcing it out of them makes them anxious, makes them play around it. What did they grab here? They grabbed a Luffy and then an Usopp. I think we're in a pretty decent spot here if those are what they are grabbing. They only have 2 more attacks technically. A 6 at 6. That's an easy 1 Okay, going 9 at 6. Unfortunately, we do have to let him go. They have 3 Dawn up. They're going to have 4, 5 up. Alright, so this is a math situation. We give them, let's do a 7. Give them good numbers is essentially what I'm going for here. I want to maximize our ability to kind of put pressure on here. Unfortunately, we did not find a ground death pretty much at all this game. I guess the ones that we saw, we were never able to pick up because we had other cards that we were trying to grab. Let's see. All right, and then a 1. 9 is the next number. 11, 11, and 7 maybe at the end here. 11. Yeah, this is just a good number situation. I think we do have it here. They give me that. 11. Good numbers. That puts them to 9, and yeah, we do get there. So good games to our opponent. Let's get ready for the next one. Alright, next up we have a Boa Hancock. They are getting to choose. They've opted to go second. I definitely can't keep this hand. This is not what we need for this. This is much better here. We want to find, if possible, a... what's it called? I think here I take the trophy, but I need to find Mr. 2 and ideally alright, so we're gonna have to skip a couple turns here. Mildew. Ooh, that's not great. I think it's actually correct to just pass here. We want to try to trigger out those cards all at once. We can't just give them free ones. 6 here. I think I'm going to counter here. Although I would really like to see... Okay, there we go. That's something at least. Let's play out Zala and just pass back. This one we'll probably take. Because we want to see some number of cards. We can't get too far behind. Kuma, this is probably a decent time to start swinging, just because they're... yeah, we'll take this one just to see cards here. You are maybe a smidge late. But maybe we hit well here. We're gonna reduce the Salome so we can maybe swing at it here. We don't get so lucky. I think I'll grab the Babe because it gives me access to the, what's it called? The crocodile in my trash. And then maybe 557? Seems reasonable. We'll see what our opponent hits on this first one though. If they counter here, I wonder what they put. They take here. I think I'm actually going to just pass here. I don't think we need to race into it. Next turn we'll have a Croc. 7. Let's do the 2K, 1K here. And then we'll use the block probably. Although I wouldn't mind. Well, we need to use the block, I should say. Because we need to find that crocodile. If we don't find anything here, then we are definitely going to fall behind. 7. Yeah, here we will use the block, grabbing one of our crocodiles. 6 on left, a boa. They have done on lead. They have 2 up. 3. Okay. Here, let's just do a 5 here. These 5s are nice because our opponent is incentivized to take for no resistance, so I don't need to invest. Rindo, Edmund, on KO. That one's fine to KO most of the time. I think we just do Croc here. Minus here. We will mill 2 cards. I don't think 2 patchworks is going to work for us. And then we pass the turn here. I'm leaving the blocker available because if it wants to attack, I think I'm okay with that. A 6 here. This is a 2K for sure. Put it on 6 cards here. Ooh, another one. I think I am going to give this 2K here. Let's go with a 5 at lead. They have a full board, so they definitely don't want to just take here and lose out on a trigger. I'm going to put it to them here. And then we can do a minus and freeze this boa. They get another Salome. Unfortunate. We're going to give minus here. Yeah, we'll give 2. We will trash Disappointed. Freezing you. Now let's play Nikita grabbing the Missile Sunday here, and then Missile Sunday grabbing a blocker and a searcher grabbing Ground Death, and then Patchwork on that. I do think we're in a pretty nice spot here. 5 is easy. 1K. $7. I'm gonna use Babe here. Get back to Croc. Another 9. Here comes another boa. What are they gonna play it over? Okay, they played over the Rindo. Okay. We're gonna have double freeze on the boas. Ooh, if they're holding this up, then I get to go at board. A 5. We'll give you the double finger here. So we can go 7 at 6. And then 8 at 6. He didn't put one on lead, so I do get to clear these. 5 at leader. 10 at leader. Use this. Just in case. Don't mill though. Discard you. You can't attack. And then you can't attack. And pass the turn here. Another boa. That's fine. Whittling down our opponent's board here. A 6, and then another Kuma. 6, we will give him a 2k here. And then a 7, we'll do a ground death. Alright, so let's go with a nice little 5. Let's see how they play it. And then a 7. I do expect this block to come out because I think they want to get me. Yeah, they want to go. And 8. No more dilly-dallying. We are stuck in Rayleigh. KO'd that, which is unfortunate. But it means that not getting a card. Alright, here we need to reduce you. Don't mill. I think we have to pitch you. Freezing you. And then all Sunday getting back a blocker. Blocker over the searcher. And then nothing else. And we pass turn here. This is going to be a rough one to get out of. We'll see if we can make it work. I think it's probably going to be lights out for us. But we'll see. 7, 2k, 1k. No block. Let's give one of the ground deaths. That one we will block. Grabbing a 2k. And then 10, 11 we survive. 9 is ground death, 2k. I have to play blocker here. Going at all Sunday is not a bad idea for them. Hancock. 8 or 6 right now. Alright, so they did sniff that out. It's an important play. Let's do this. Let's grab Bone Clay. Alright, let me do the math here. We have the ability to rest this with the Bone Clay. Because we have a Das Bones. So that's 4 more Dawn. That leaves us with 6 left. We can do 1, 2, 3, and then 3. So 8, 9, 11, 11. I think that might be enough. Deploy. You. Don't mill. Get back you. Rest. So let's do 8. Okay, there's a You'll Frighten Me. I think that means we win here, because we only have to go a 7 to take this life. If it is a trigger... Oh, it's a 0 cost trigger. God damn it. Yeah, they got us here. We can clear one of these, but they do get it. And unfortunate. That is what yellow decks do, though. I played around what I could and did not get there in the end. Good games to our opponent. All right, here we have Emu, and they've opted to go second. This is a really hard matchup for us. Yeah, I guess I'm gonna keep this. We want to find... Miss All Sunday is going to be important, so let's go ahead and grab it All Sunday. We have to put on whatever pressure we can here. But this is definitely a tough one if they get to go second. We really need to find the... okay. This... KOU... choose 0 enemies, mill 2, we did not find, choose 0 stage, and then we're gonna go for a 7. They do take 5 done. We're gonna have to play out this double finger, at least what it's appearing to be. If they hit us, maybe we get a Bonclay, which can be pretty good. Fortunately, we have missed 2 Crocs so far. Well, let's see how our opponent plays it. Okay. Alright, 7 I can deal with. They're just holding up. I guess I have one more chance to look for the Bonclay. I do not find one. So let's go 5, and then we'll go 6 with Makita here. Let's see how they play it. 2, 3, 4. Did give us a 2K for that 5, so that's nice. And then we'll end the turn. They held up 2 Dawn, which is not something you usually expect them to do. This is going to be a very All Sunday based swing. Yeah, that's fine. Mars here. Okay. We're going to swing a 5. Okay. Okay, they do get their card back, which is unfortunate. I'm gonna play you, getting back you, and you. Grabbing a 2K. We have not gotten a good chance to exert pressure here, and we are not looking super hot going into the end of the game here. We'll see if they attack with this Mars. We might have a little bit of extra time if they don't go to attack with the Mars. But playing out the Jupiter probably means that they are going to be swinging. Yeah, 8. So 8, 9 is probably what they're doing. In which case I should give the 2K, 2K here. 2K, 2K. And then a 7. Yeah, we're going to take that one. We have not gotten super lucky with our draws. I think these All Sundays are going to be important to the game plan, though. Okay. A little late there, Bonclay. So we'll freeze that blocker. We don't have... So maybe we do go a 6 here. This makes it to where at least I'm losing my edge. It's not a free one. We've only seen the one of those, though. Let's go an 8. Yes, I expected that. Deploy. Grabbing. I guess blocker searcher. Grabbing the ground as this time. And I think it's actually correct to shrink this. Oh, I forgot to use my leader ability. Damn it. Alright, well, we just gave him a free card there. It'll have to do. We do need to probably pretty aggressively block Not so aggressively that they're going for 8s here. Let's go ahead and use the first one because it's going to get popped otherwise. Let's go ahead and grab a Croc. Another 8. It's going to get popped by Mars. I'll grab this to grab a 2K, I think. Yep. And then they're going to play the Elders. Sack their guys. We are at 3 life, so I mean we're not out of the game yet here. They're gonna go here, which we'll have to use a good amount of counter on, and then we'll have to freeze the 7 here. I think we do counter this 2K and a 1K. And then a 7. I think it is another 2K and 1K situation here. Alright, so let's go 5 lead. I think we just do the 8s because I kind of want the blockers to just stay up if we can. We want to encourage them to use these events rather than their blockers. Okay, they used up that blocker. Let's do can't attack. Don't mill. Discard. I don't think I have time for more all Sundays. You can't attack. And pass the turn. Unfortunately, they effectively have the same number of cards that they had on the prior turn. This Emu deck is a little bit silly. They're at 22. Let's see how many Elders we've seen go. So far, just 1. Probably means that they have more Elders in hand. I think I will give you the 2Ks here. 8. Yeah, I think it's probably correct to give the ground death. Come on, another Elder. Yep. Alright, so 2 down. Hopefully they don't go at the all Sunday, but they haven't used a bit of Dawn already. Here, this I will take. I think I have to take this one. Ooh, Crocodile helps. And then a 7. I think we give 2 and 1. Okay, easy. Go for 5. Go for 8. Yep. Eventually you will run out of cards. Ooh, they take here. 10. Okay. Minus on you. Don't mill. Pitch this. Let's block you. And then play a second one. Blocking you. And pass the turn. How many ground deaths have I gone through? 1, 2, just 2. Here, unfortunately, we do have to take. We use this trigger though, grabbing a ground death. Great. They're gonna try to go for it, I think, here. Alright, we will use ground death here. 9. No trigger here. If they go for another 9, they get it. Or bigger. Emu, unfortunately, is just one of these rough matchups for the deck, especially when they get to go second. I do feel pretty good about how deep we got here. If they want to use for... Let's see. Okay, they got to 19 here. Yeah, they figured out the game. One of the matchups I'm definitely hoping to not see a ton of. I'm okay seeing one, but not too many of them. Let's go ahead and do one more for the video. All right, here for a final one here we have the Boa. They've opted to go second. Do I want to keep this? I think I am gonna mulligan this. Not a very great hand. Think we just pass here. They're gonna have Hiyori. Oh, they don't. Wow, that's a rare occasion. Milsu. Choose an enemy sage. No. Let's just go for a 6 here. If we can fade this first trigger, do we hit? Ooh, not one I expected, but I think this might work out for us. We will go ahead and grab the Bon Clay for next turn. We do not yet have Mr. 1, so we'll be looking for that. Opponent's getting the nice thing here. We might just end up freezing the Hancock. 5 here, we will take this one. Guess I should have countered out of the first one here. We'll give 2k and 1k because we're not going to play it out and it makes a good fallback. Let's deploy you. Milsu. We do not hit, so we have a nice fallback here. Then we will go 5. No, they hit another trigger. These are the games that are really hard to deal with, but it is what it is. Kuma for another heal 2. Boa just doing Boa things here. Oh, they have 2 9 costs and a slave arrow, so we'll have to keep attention to that. This is definitely turning into just a race game here. 2k. We have to take this one. And then we're gonna have to take this one. Another 7. Here we're gonna get 3 1s. Because we can't afford to go that low. We are just in race mode here. Hope our opponent doesn't hit more triggers. That's all I can hope for. Okay, and then all Sunday, getting back. Locker Searcher grabbing a 2k and passing to our opponent. Let's see, they don't have that. Okay. Another heal. They're revealing the same 3. I'm gonna get on all of their things. This Gorgon Sisters is pretty silly at the end of the day. Here we'll give it 2k. Let's do this, grabbing back a 2k. A 7, 2k, 1k. 9, easy take. Okay. We did not find our... Oh, I should have maybe... Do I have a Croc? Did I miss out on a Croc? I did miss out on a Croc. Let's go 5. Okay, so we don't have to take here. We know they have the... We cannot finish here. We know that we can't finish. Let's just see what we find here. Unfortunately, we have these 3 patchworks. Not a whole lot we can do about it. Slave Arrow picking up the Kuma. We know that they have 1k, 2 bricks. We can freeze one of these. Let's do this. Oh, there's the Croc, but 1 turn late. If they do... They picked up the Gorgon... Oh, they picked up the Gorgon Sisters, which is a 2k. I'm okay with them picking up Gorgon Sisters. Here, do I take Croc for double freeze? Because we haven't used lead ability yet. We get double freeze. No, I think we have to take... Do we have to take Ground Death? Yeah, I think we have to take Ground Death and do a freeze on one of these. 1, 2, 3. We know they're not high on counter here. Don't mill. And then... Eight. 2k. This is... Do they give up the Kuma? They don't. So this is... There's the Gorgon Sisters. Ooh, we can do that for 2 more freezes. Or 1 more freeze. You don't get 1, but we do get... We have 2 freezes here. Alright, we really need this to be Ground Death. Yep, it's disappointed, which is not what we needed. 5, we give Ground Death. 7 is gonna get us. Yep, our opponent got the nice triggers. I did probably swing into it a little bit too blasé, but that is how the yellow decks crumble at the end of the day. They had a pretty nice curve out at the end of the day. So I won't complain too much. But let's go ahead and do a wrap up. So a bit of a mixed bag in today's video. We had a little bit of, I think we net, if we did 4 videos, so it looks like we did 5 games in this session, and my net, I was down just a little bit in bounty. By the end of it, it is probably getting a little late for me to be playing the deck. And then I had, especially that one BOA game, the first BOA game, that was pretty tragic, hitting the 0 cost event on that last trigger. Overall, still enjoying the deck. Still unsure if 3 or 4 is the correct number. I might go down to 3 for the next video just to test it out. And then either go up 1 Babe or 1 Zala. I might also switch out these Mr. 9s because I haven't used them as 5 drops, and go back to the Golden Weeks and trophies. It's possible even that I might want to go and switch these 2K out for maybe another card, maybe the 4th Sala. But we will see what the correct stuff is. I'm still feeling pretty good on this deck. Not expecting to do terribly well at regionals, but I feel like I'll at least go in well practiced and really give it my all at that event. But thanks for hanging out with me. I will see you guys in the next video. Bye.